I am actually restarting the Mass Effect 2 portion of the Road to Andromeda. Long story short, I didn't quite know what I was doing with some of the mods in there, and so it was a little bit of a mess. It was very, very washed out. But on my new machine, I took the opportunity to kind of learn a little more about how the mods work in that one. And we should be all good. So, yeah, so here's Mass Effect 2. So yeah, so we'll be restarting Cam Shepard. I'm excited. Wait for that to unfuck itself. Alright. Here we go. Unfuck itself. Whoa, hey, look, echo. Cool. Alright. Can I delete a career? No. Alright. New game. Import MU1 character. And here's Cam. So yeah, there's a shitload of mods in this thing, and it looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. Alright, so, yep, filthy casual. It's good. Okay. Shit! Well, I guess we just kind of did a raw import of the character. I didn't get to customize anything. Whatever.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for. Saving the Citadel, even saving the Council. Humanity has the trust of the entire galaxy. And still, it's not enough.
Our sacrifices have earned the Council's gratitude, but Shepard remains our best hope.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
Spray-painted saran wrap.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Alright. 1 month after the devastating Geth attack on the Citadel, the galactic community struggles to rebuild. The Alliance fleet made a tremendous sacrifice to save the Citadel Council and earned humanity membership in their prestigious group. Now the Council is forced to respond to evidence that the Reapers' enormous machines that eradicate all organic civilization every... Fuck! I try to do that every time. I really do know how to read, by the way. See, this is Normandy.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Hey Ash, what's your plan?
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape
Joker's
shuttle.
still in the cockpit. He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker.
Commander,
Ashley, go. Now.
aye aye. Everybody in. Go, go, go!
Really want my Wilhelm scream. Oh my god, I want the Wilhelm scream as a phone ringer. That would be great. Oops, sorry. I'll pay attention up front. Okay. Come on, Shep.
Mayday! 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 This is SSB Normandy!
Oh yeah.
Suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy! Come on, baby, all together. All together.
Wow. Okay.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy! I can still save her!
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack!
Wow.
Watch the arm!
That's it. Shepard's dead. Well, at least you're gonna die of asphyxiation instead of burning up an ammo. Look on the bright side.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
But it's clever how you never actually see Shepard. You never see his face in that opening scene. Because they treat this as a means by which you can kind of redesign him a little bit. We're going to keep him the same. You know, and he's kind of like, you know, the RoboCop of Mass Effect now. Kind of neat. It's kind of weird and sudden. Yeah. Yep. But what did we play in the first one? Because I had some force powers. But I also... Yeah, Vanguard. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I've played this series a little bit, hence all the different things I can do. Reeve is awesome. Okay. Oh, sorry, this is thermal clips. Yeah, they introduced ammo into this one. I don't...
Stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity's off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander.
Look at those textures, baby.
Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack.
Okay.
There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
debating because I think I hate the default control scheme in this.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out!
Ooh, that's really dark.
Keep moving, we need to get to the shuttles.
Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to... Oh, that's right, you can't use the scroll wheel. This. There we go. Yeah, I always invert my shooting. How do I... Oh. I should have to click on it? Lame. Okay. Alright, much better.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Don't take any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
Combat system engaged. Online. All hostile forces have engaged.
Nice work, Shepard.
Yeah. I can probably get used to this control scheme.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
Yeah, baby.
More reinforcements heading your way. Grab the grenade launcher up. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
I remember I was shocked when this came out at how actiony it was.
They've seen me.
Take the elevator down one floor.
Because the first Mass Effect is a great game, but the action in it is clunky. And some of its menu-driven systems are a little clunky. And probably a little convoluted.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to beat you. Shepard, free me. I've got closing.
And so this game was kind of an overreaction to that, I feel like. Like they overfixed all that.
Offline.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Yeah, like this game's too streamlined. It's a great game, but like the leveling's kind of, and like, you know, the inventory, the character customization's kind of, like in terms of armor and weapons, and even stuff like when you go look at weapons, like there's none of that. Well, this is better than that, which I could see as being good, but I don't know. There's something about the gear grind where you're like, look at what I just got. It's an M83, this and that, and it does this amount of DPS and whatever. Something about that. This is kind of intoxicating. I'm still getting used to this new keyboard.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far.
No, the voice actor.
Nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Huh. A really rich xenophobe that's obsessed with taking power. God, who does that sound like right now? Oh, the guy that lost the recent U.S. election but is still president. Or still president-elect. Yeah, that guy. Poor guy. Who?
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Start him up! I've got him!
Hostile forces have
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed...
Hey, Ernie.
hostiles detected.
Damn it!
Yeah, this looks pretty.
Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got...
How's Saturday treating you?
I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Actually, I'm doing this... I refined a lot of my settings on my old box. Carried that over here, and then I've just been spending the last couple days just refining and refining and refining bitrate and buffer and all kinds of shit. But yeah, I'm thank you for telling me that, because I've been working hard to get it looking this good. And,
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time.
Oh, FF6, dude. Final Fantasy VI is one of the... I put Final Fantasy VI in my top 5 of all time, easily.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It is. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit him with the good stuff.
Yeah, I modeled my Shepard sort of badly on Cam Newton. I'm a huge Cam Newton fan. And hence he's Cam Shepard. Alright, Jacob. Do what you do, buddy. Ooh, and I'm gonna hit him with that. Come on, Shepard. Blast that fool.
Hostile forces have engaged.
They're falling back. Target down!
Yeah, the voice does not fit at all. I totally agree.
I promise I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
And it's funny because, like, this part, like, I purposely tried to build kind of a cool black guy in Mass Effect 1. And then I get to this part, it's like, and then I'm like, oh, it's like a real black guy. I'm like, oh, man, I make a bad black guy, but I don't know. And yeah, I know what you mean about the catch-up, because for some reason, even though I've played Mass Effect 2 as many times as I have 1, well, almost, actually, I've played a one or two fewer times. but I'm less familiar with it than I am 1 or 3. I don't know why. Like for some reason, 2 surprises me more than either 1 or 3 do. And yeah, actually, you know what I could do when I get to modding 3, or even actually 1 or 2. In theory, what I could do is actually just zip my extracted files, send them to you, and then you just drop them right into your directory. Now, the problem there is that they will be set up for my rig, so actually 1 or 2 shouldn't be too bad, but 3 might make your 960 choke a little bit. I'm not sure. But either way, actually, the mods weren't that hard. It just took a little bit of trial and error, and your favorite, a little bit of forum searching. But it worked out.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team.
But just look at Jacob's suit, man.
To life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
It's funny because some of the textures on it still look kind of primitive, like Xbox 360 kind of textures, but then like you look at the light reflecting off it and it's just crazy.
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself.
Like his collar, kind of.
I hope she's okay.
Still looks sort of goofy, but yeah, but just I don't know. Just ignore me. Proceed.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him.
He was a big
He's the
volleyball.
Chief Medical Tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Yeah, speaking of Final Fantasy VI, Ernesto, that was the first game that ever made me cry. There's a part, it's been so long, but there's a part where there's this ghost train And actually, before I continue, I want to see whether or not you know the part I'm talking about, because I don't want to spoil it.
Hostiles detected.
This room is crawling.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the train part with Cyan. I'm not kidding, dude. Like, I was in tears.
Rerouting power.
Like, he has a revelation in that moment.
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned down. I'll see what I can do.
Don't.
Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs.
Yeah, once you realize, yeah, that's exact. Once you realize what's going on, oh my god.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed.
Alright.
I refuse to let that happen.
Ernesto, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the hot water cascading over your naked form. I don't want to think about that. No offense.
Shepard, down here!
Oh my god, it's volleyball.
Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Medi-gel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Medi-gel from the first aid station on the wall.
Wilson's hurt bad.
Oh. I'd rather just shoot the son of a bitch.
Thanks, Shepard.
Well, spoilers.
I thought you'd save my life.
Me either.
Guess that makes us even now.
Not really.
I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance?
Whoa.
We're in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this.
Whoa.
Besides, I was shot.
I was shot.
That?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Yep.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her?
She's probably
There are
changing
two
Saran
possible
wrap.
explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few.
You can't even save yourself.
Allied force casualty.
These mechs don't know when to quit. Yeah!
The fastest way to the shuttles is through those canisters.
Oh. Lame. Oh.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I wiped out my share of Cerberus projects when I was a Spectre. Back then they were trying to kill me. Why the change of heart?
Those answers are way above my pay grade. But basically, things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now, we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him.
There's actually a very, very, very cool comic book series that explains the elusive man's background. I highly recommend it.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
Talk to the hand. Oh, oops.
We've been spotted.
Okay, let's try this shit out. Wah! Okay. I love the role-playing aspect of these games. Shepard's a really fun character to roleplay. And BioWare did a really, really amazing job preserving that across 3 games. Now, why am I not charging? Oh shit. About to die. Shit.
Target down!
Come on, recharge. Please hack my shit now? Okay. Wow, really, guys?
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Okay. I like that when you're not in combat, you can still run in this one. But anyway, yeah, like, you know, while I'm playing this, I'm kind of thinking back to the Mass Effect 1 playthrough that I completed a few weeks ago. Here we go.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
He insulted my saran wrap.
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you when he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all know the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Yeah, the shuttle in the background, like behind her, just textures on that did not get cleaned up.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years?
And you're back. Awesome.
I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12
Ernesto,
days.
you've been gone 2 years?
You were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a colony kid. Lost your parents when the slavers hit Mindor. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day. Going through something like that changes you. It can break you if you let it.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on Akuz. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander. And I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
Shepard, think back to the Citadel, after the Alliance saved the Destiny Ascension and you killed Saren. What happened next?
So, Ernesto, to address that, as I understand it, that started out as a graphical glitch that ended up kind of being adopted. But, you know, he is a cyborg now. If you watch the video that plays at the beginning of his reconstruction, you see all kinds of like cyborg implants going into him. So he does actually have some kind of robot pieces. Now that shit, what's interesting about it, like I said, it started out as a graphical glitch while they were developing it, and then they just kind of kept it because it actually sort of served the story. It gets worse the more evil you go. So I once did a full-on, like, hardcore, nasty-ass, like, really nasty Shepard. And she was like fucking T-1000 at the end of T2 by the end. Like, her eyes were, like, glowing red and shit. I mean, like, it was just nasty as fuck. Whereas if you're good, you can get it repaired. Yeah, and so yeah, exactly. If you go full Paragon, you have the option of having it all fixed, which I've done one time. I usually keep it. But yeah, for real, it's worth playing a really, really, really renegade Shepard in Mass Effect 2 just so you can see the the T-1000 type shit. Like, it's crazy. Alright, Anderson joined the council.
Humanity was offered a spot on the council. I recommended Captain Anderson for the position.
Yes, Captain Anderson is now Counselor Anderson. Though from what I hear, he preferred life in the military.
Still, good to know that the human council member isn't going to put politics ahead of defense.
Your memory seems solid. There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right.
And you need to touch up some of your body pain, Miranda.
Accepts our little field test as evidence enough. The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I used to do that for the achievement, but on my PC ME3 run, I'm just going to choose whatever I feel like at the moment. Yeah, and actually, I mean, I've done one playthrough that was like full-on, like, you know, Jedi Paragon, Mr. Cuddly, awesome guy. What's up, Alex? I've done another playthrough that was really, really hardcore GOP, renegade, selfish prick, Shepard. And then most of them, I actually, when I start Mass Effect 1, I build sort of a character in my head, and I'll even write some stuff down where I will kind of flesh out a fully realized character and then role play as that character. You know, so I look at their background and I think about how that would make me feel if, like, I grew up on a colony that was raided by slavers, and then, you know, later in life was deployed on a mission as a Marine and then lost my entire squad. You know, I try to think about you know, how that would feel and how that person would evolve as a human, and then really role play that character. That's probably more thought than most people would want to put into it. But that's how that's how I play a lot of these games.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Oh, I don't have all my shit yet, do I? Oh, no, I do. Okay. Wow. Biker bar. And see, now with these, one of the things that drove me crazy with the DLC in this is that the helmet's not removable. So you go into the scenes and you can't see any of Shepard emoting because the helmet's stuck on him. That last, yeah, actually, yeah, Alex, that's, yeah, the last outfit is like from Mad Max with this shit right here. Yeah, I totally agree. Because I want to put Shepard into Cerberus armor, since he's with Cerberus now. Good Blood Dragon. This one's kind of cool because when he talks, it lights up. Terminus, Inferno. But yeah, like the helmet doesn't come off any of these, which is kind of stupid. I don't know. We'll do it anyway. Not yet. We'll swap him into that after he agrees to be part of Cerberus. Witness me. Shepard would be all like, witness me while talking to President Bartlett. President Bartlett, fuck yeah, dude.
Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Love the West Wing.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
So it's interesting, like, actually, that's a good point, because Martin Sheen could not have gotten further away from being President Bartlett with this role. I mean, this is, yeah, Elusive Man is like the anti-President Bartlett. Yeah, actually, West Wing is definitely my top 10 shows of all time. Absolutely. That's a show I would love to see resurrected with like a new cast, new presidency, and everything. I would, you know, and then have guest appearances from, anyway. You don't know me?
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side.
Are you fucking kidding, dude?
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
You guys are cockroaches.
No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
Interesting, I lost a choice there.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique. Not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
Respect my nuts.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Let's go talking people.
The Elusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here.
Something
Your
weird
attitude isn't
happened
helping
there.
anything.
Oh, I think I
I have
accidentally
the
tapped
utmost respect for
spacebar.
your abilities, Shepard.
Hold on.
It's your motivations that
Hold
concern
on.
me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for.
Yep.
Only time will tell.
It's
if you
obvious
prove-
you're not
We've got an
interested.
assignment. We can.
Something got fucked up there. I think I accidentally hit spacebar or something while I was talking to her. I'm still getting used to this new keyboard, so bear with me. We're gonna redo that real quick. How do you guys feel about the black splotches in the corners?
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up
Oh.
to his expectations on this mission.
Alex, what happened was I didn't get a chance to read all the choices here. And I think I accidentally hit a button while highlighted one that I wasn't sure I wanted. So, and it turns out I wouldn't have chosen it anyway.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our
Look at how
cause.
clean those textures on her face are, man. Like, so these are two mods. It's one of them's ENB, the other one is MEUITM, I think is what it's called. And the two of them together are just amazing. They don't clean up everything, but a lot of the game, like, you know, from the textures to the lighting to the reflections, all that just looks amazing. Yeah, and you know what? Like, they're not as pronounced as I thought. I've done a lot to reduce those black splotches. I know that some people like that, you know, looking through a keyhole thing. I can't fucking stand it. I hate anything that makes stuff look dreamlike. I don't know.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Whoa. Damn.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
Not very nice.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip.
Damn.
But the elusive man wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Wow. Man, she's so mean.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
This girl can.
Me, Commander.
This girl can easily go into Trump's staff. That's hilarious. Or on it. Oh, bird.
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
Jacob, how do you feel about being the only black guy in Cerberus? Groups like that don't usually stop at excluding one. Just saying.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Sir. So, we're gonna... Hey, there's people in it. We're gonna swap into my Cerberus gear. The problem is it's actually gonna kind of slightly break the role-playing part. Because, well, I'll point it out when it happens. Let me go grab a soda real quick. Yes, so I got my oldest boy new Pokemon yesterday, and I think he's enjoyed it. So what we're going to do, we're going to play this mission, and then do all the talky talk stuff that goes after it, and then we're going to maybe stop for the day, but we're going to break.
Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
Because at that point, then we have replaced what I already did the first time through, and then I'll probably do more later tonight because I don't know. I'm excited to replay this game. I really enjoyed it. So, just to give you all kind of an idea of what we're doing.
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. And we've got no target to go after.
And Alex, yeah, it is an awesome game. From a mechanics perspective, it's my least favorite of the 3 Mass Effect games. From a story perspective, up until the very last boss, it's maybe the best game. Just from a story perspective. And then the last boss kind of, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. But yeah, mechanically, it's too streamlined. It's too, I don't know. There's not enough depth to the spreadsheet part.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
So yeah, the first one was too clunky. The second one was too streamlined, and then the third one was just right. Like Mass Effect 3 is just, it's as much as people bitch about it. Oh, you meant for the Pokemon game. You didn't want me to talk for 40 minutes about Mass Effect. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, so you're saying the Mass Effect 2 final boss is like the final boss in Contra 3. God, I never thought about that. That is, God, that's hilarious. I see what you're saying though. I still think it's, I feel like the final boss in this game breaks the tone a little bit because it's so goofy and silly. But that's interesting. I never made the Contra 3 connection, but I totally see it. And yeah, my 11-year-old is raving about Pokemon, and he's playing the hell out of it. Yeah, actually, it's funny. It's the first game to get him to stop playing Titanfall 2 since Titanfall 2.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
So you like 2 better than 3 in terms of Mass Effect. That's... wow. So, in terms of most games, I mean, do you skew more action or more role-playing? Like, what is it about 2 that got you more than 3?
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Man, look at the ground. It looks so good. I love the way that these mods are working. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Alright. But you know, Alex, when we get to the boss in this in a few weeks or months or whatever it's going to be, like, we're going to do a side-by-side with the boss, the Contra 3 boss. That's, I'd never thought about that, but you're saying one of the developers said that. I believe it. I can see it in my head.
Left right in the middle of dinner.
I totally believe that, though. So good looking. Oh my god.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
I like the story way more. It felt like a different conflict, but part of a general overall problem. 3 was good, and it ended some plot points very well. But since BioWare ripped themselves off from the first Dragon Age, I was like, okay, interesting. Oh, so with the building of alliances and whatnot. Now, Dragon Age Origins, I'll be straight up, most of the time is my favorite game ever. KOTOR, sometimes I don't know. And Mass Effect 3 I actually have way up there too. That's interesting. I mean, I absolutely agree that that's the building of a coalition is straight out of, or both Dragon Age Origins and Mass Effect 3 use that kind of plot point. But Mass Effect 3, I think, took it further in terms of making it into a mechanic for the game. And you know, the Grey Warden treaties versus, oh fuck, we're about to all be blowed up.
Sounds like systems were disabled at the other colonies.
But yeah, I did really enjoy Mass Effect 2's story.
Make activity. Sabotage detected. Shoot them before they
Shield down.
Rerouting power.
That one hit.
Oh shit. Get the fucking... I'm playing this badly. Fuck. I'm sucking.
System failing.
effects shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
There we go. Oh, did I get my stuff yet? And like I said, like I think the only thing that really drove me crazy about this game, it was, you know, just it was too streamlined. Everything else I fucking loved. Like I love the environments, I love the story, the characters are really interesting. Might be the most interesting characters out of the whole trilogy so far. And my personality is such that I really fucking like spreadsheets. Like, I like really deep menus. Not convoluted menus, not clunky, shitty menus like the inventory system from Mass Effect 1. But, I don't want to bitch about the ending. I like the original ending from Mass Effect 3. I bought into one of the theories that they were floating online, and then BioWare caved in with the crybabies and fixed the ending. They just admitted with the fixed ending that the original one was a big plot hole when it had so much potential that I actually... I can't? Yeah, oh, I need to level these people. Yeah, the ending of Mass Effect 3, I will admit, because like usually when people online are all flipping out about something, I tend to just, I don't know, I kind of can't help myself when I sort of assume the contrary positions, because, I don't know, I think people sometimes lose any credibility they may have had by their behavior. But Mass Effect 3, I finished it before that released was like a tidal wave on the internet, and I remember my wife and kids were out of town, and I was like, I'm gonna finish Mass Effect 3 this weekend, and I'm like playing through it, and I'm loving it, and I'm like, this is one of the best games I've ever played. Oh my god! And then I got to the end, and I'm like, I literally said out loud by myself, "That's it." I was pissed. Now, I think that it was an artistic choice or whatever, and then there people were flipping out, like yelling at BioWare. And then BioWare, I did appreciate that they tried to flesh out the ending more, but that's one of those cases where I feel like it's an artistic choice. And Alex, I know that you've said before that like part of the reason that you don't like using mods is because you want to preserve the artist's vision, which and like, you know, that's like most of the time when I play through a game for the first time, I try to play through it vanilla, like with no mods, or just mods that like enhance textures or things like that, but nothing that really alters the story or, you know. And then later on, you know, I'll start adding more to it, but yeah, and so with the ending of Mass Effect 3, that's kind of how I felt, where I was like, you know, whether I thought it was enough or not, that's the choice that they made as artists. So I was you know, disappointed but okay with it. And then yeah, like the, you know, enhanced ending or whatever it was. Sure. You know, whatever. I wasn't nearly as upset as people felt entitled to be. I hate using that word entitled too.
Heads up!
I feel like a lot of people that use the word entitled are just being dicks. Bitch! What the fuck? Oh, that's right, they blow up. Nah. Oh, you only use mods when fixing a design problem. Yeah, that's one of the many uses of them for sure. I've definitely used them for the same purpose. And yeah, the camera in Witcher 2, absolutely. Okay, here's where the RP breaks.
Raza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
How does she recognize?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
How does she recognize him? That's all I'm saying. Because, yeah. the helmet thing with the Cerberus armor, yeah.
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Fraza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
She's used to recognizing people wearing helmets. You know what, Alex? That's actually a great point. Wow. That's actually a great point. And maybe like her helmet's got like scanners and shit that she's like, oh, that smells like Shepard through his armor. But yeah, she's used to recognizing people wearing helmets. Fuck, that's actually a great point.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me.
I did die.
They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Fraza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head to the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Why do you hate Cerberus? I'm not gonna fucking ask her why she hates Cerberus. Yeah.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
It is. It is good to have me back. Vitor. Anything in here? Okay. She's used.
Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
She's used to recognizing people wearing helmets. That's awesome, Alex. I don't know why I'm tripping on that, but that was so funny. It's
We're compromised.
Oh shit. It's totally true. Yeah, I know I do things at inopportune times. I'm kind of crazy like that. Door open.
Use overload on it.
Bitch.
Shepard, Thraza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
Alright, I'll let them all die.
We should have expected this.
Don't worry.
We can still catch them.
Miranda. Yeah, Miranda and Ashley would get along really well. I used to love those hacking minigames. Yeah, actually, you know what? Like the hacking minigames in this are the best. I really like them. I totally agree with you. I don't know if they felt like they couldn't reuse a mechanic, like the game's identity needed to be unique or something like that. But no, like I love the hacking in this. I love the hacking in Deus Ex Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, and the hacking in the original Bioshock was great. Come on!
There we go!
Got him!
Oh.
Target down!
Hurry, Shepard. We are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech.
Huh.
It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
See, it's so funny that you say that people hated him for being too busy and complicated, because those are the two reasons I thought they were so effective, is because, like, they introduced this real
Take
sense...
point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
Shut up! They introduced a real sense of immediacy.
Got it!
Heading to cover! We'll take cover.
But yeah, those oh shit moments in movies when, like, the hacker guy is trying to, like, frantically do something, that's what those feel like. And it's so effective. Oops. See, that's what you get for trying to fuck me over. So, I don't blame Quarians at all for not trusting Cerberus.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
Nope, they sure didn't.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Not really.
Overload will take out their shields.
Ooh, a heavy pistol. Yeah, baby.
On target!
Down.
Hi, bitch.
It's going up.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's
Hey.
probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
We definitely don't want a Quarian with us when we go find the traumatized Quarian. I can't believe people hated these minigame. You pause the action with the space bar. Do I? No. Okay, actually, my personal default configuration, yes. In almost every single BioWare game, spacebar does the pause and play. In this one, they moved it to shift, and then they put all the, like, getting in cover and, like, running all the action stuff on spacebar. I usually flip it back, but I'm making myself try BioWare's way this time. 1 and 3 definitely play better on PC. This one, the PC port was such a shovelware, half-ass kind of effort, like scroll bar or scroll wheel doesn't work and shit. So this one, I mean, take your pick. It's probably about equal on console and PC. Yeah, 1 and 3, between hotkeys and all that kind of stuff, yeah, I mean, the action is much more easily controlled on PC. This one, though, like I said, this port. There are mods that you can install to this that offset some of that. I'm too lazy. Okay. So I probably don't need my heavy pistol. Ooh. Oh no, that's what I've been playing with. Huh. Machine pistol. Neat. Ooh.
We can use this.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
How about the Quarians? Smell really bad.
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Mechs will protect. Swarms coming. Storm coming. Storm of swarms. No escape.
Oh, shit.
No hope.
Excuse me. That was
Human. Where did you hide?
That's another cool mechanic in this game is the mouse
Who
click.
didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god.
Swimming in
I think it's a
disinfectant.
collector.
But even with the disinfectant, just like body odor and like all that shit building up. I mean, yeah, the body odor is a result of what, like bacteria accumulating or something like that. So disinfectant might offset that somewhat. But still, I don't know, like anything that's been like sealed up for a while, it's just, I don't know.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seekers swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe.
Oh.
Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Elusive Man can figure it out.
Also a big difference from Mass Effect 1 and then 2 and 3. Like a difference between 1 and then 3. Mark Meir, who plays Shepard, is so much less Canadian 2 and 3. Like you can really hear the Canadian accent in the first one. And then he's totally American. This one.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his Enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
I love the fact that she uses her native New Zealand accent. I love that accent.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic.
Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
Belay that.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the order. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
Word.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Well, if you're a fire-breathing shithead all the time, and your followers are known for being racist pieces of fucking shit, yeah, nobody wants to work with you. That lesson's going to become very important to all of America soon. Just saying.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
And I don't mean to keep getting fooled. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. I'm still just a bit salty, as Ernesto would say.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
Actually, I'm not salty. I'm genuinely concerned for the direction the entire fucking world's going to take because, yeah, a bunch of Walmart shoppers united. And the guy who lost the election is going to be appointed to the presidency. Not appointed. Going to be elected by the Electoral College in December. Despite having lost the popular vote by like 1.5 million? Anyway, okay, enough. All right. Mass Effect.
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll lead an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust.
Yeah,
ones who help me
motherfucker.
stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
What about Tally? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker.
Huh.
If so, she can't be trusted.
And I think that line got updated with the Shadow Broker DLC. So I think he used to say something totally different.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Urdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
God, the mission...
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
Like, I'm fast-forwarding in my head to all the missions in this game, and I'm like, God, there's so many good ones.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you could convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morton Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this.
Yeah, you know, Seth Green's lines in this are even better than in Mass Effect 1. Like, whoever wrote for Joker in this game just nailed it. And this ship is pretty damn impressive. Like, they made a lot of bold choices in this. I mean, you know, the first scene, they kill Shepard and blow up the Normandy. And then rebuild them both. That's pretty bold.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Okay. It's interesting how they do the allocation of points and whatnot at the natural conclusion to missions. It's almost sort of arcadey, but I guess maybe that keeps you focused on the mission while you're actually doing the mission instead of stopping and like breaking up the action by leveling and, you know. I wonder if that's why they did it. Love that music.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Mordant Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Yeah, that music is just iconic. I mean, like, that music just stirs the soul. Absolutely.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
We got a Cylon.
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Yeah, her body paint looks great. Okay, let me, I'm gonna take 60 seconds and hit the bathroom and grab a soda real quick, and then we're gonna conclude the stream in like the next 20-30 minutes. Be right back. Okay. Oh. Let's see. Later in the story, that PC is going to provide Joker with so much more. Yeah. Yeah, and like the evolution of Joker and Edie is absolutely beautiful. And actually, in fact, and I'll talk more about it in the Mass Effect 3 stream, but I had a story point in something I wrote a while ago about a shipboard AI that had a physical avatar. And so when Mass Effect 3 came out, I was kind of like, fuck! You know, I just, you know, they did not steal it from me at all. They did not. That's not what I'm saying at all. They just had the same good idea. And either way, yeah, Joker and Edie are awesome. I need to tell my wife to pick up some Ritz. Okay. Now... Oh, yeah. The shit. Status. What's going on here, guys? Oh. See, and like, UI, this is so fucking clunky. Oh, I hate that outfit. Ugh, it's like that sucks. And then you get their better outfits after you do their loyalty mission. On the off chance, like this is from Counselor Anderson, on the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. Okay. Mark is red. Zaid Masani. Love the character, and I was heartbroken when the voice actor died. Oh god, Project Firewalker. I hate the vehicle in this game so much. The wobbly thing that shakes all the time and like it's impossible to control. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Normandy crash site. That was a nice little bit of I don't know why that was DLC. Cerberus assault armor. Okay, this is all the armor and weapons and shit that I got. I guess DLC. Project Overlord. That's very cool DLC. Arc projector. Yeah. Kasumi Goto. Awesome character. And then more. Like I got like Dr. Pepper codes. I got all kinds of shit for this game. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start at the 4 of the ship and then work our way back. Where's the controls? I can chamber.
Edie, we have a green light on that switchover? Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Love Joker.
Leather? Commander.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
That's not ominous.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown.
Wow.
On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why is there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances, or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
Yeah, BioWare dialogue is second to none. I mean, yeah, I mean, just like if all the way back to Baldur's Gate, you know, all the way up to Dragon Age Inquisition. And I have to say though, especially with the Mass Effect series, the Mass Effect in particular, it's snappier than I think in their other series, where there's so many little jibes and whatnot that really liven it up. I love it.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Yeah, for me, see, okay, so you're saying Blizzard would be a close second. For me, a close second would be Obsidian, maybe CD Projekt Red. Yeah, and in particular, like Witcher 3 CD Projekt Red. And yeah, and Obsidian, like they've been good at it for a while. Granted, Obsidian and BioWare have sort of a common ancestry, but...
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
Yeah, at least Cerberus doesn't try to hide the fact that they're dicks.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
So, yeah, nothing's gonna change here.
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Shit!
How did Cerberus replicate the
I have a block that prevents me.
Cerberus replicate?
I have a
Stop
block
it.
that prevents
Stop
me
it.
from answering that question.
Yep, okay, I
What do
already
you
answered.
mean?
Yeah.
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Can she answer
How
any
is
of this?
Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I guess that's it.
all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Alright. In World of Warcraft, when you're talking about, you know, good dialogue and that, are you talking about a particular expansion, or do you feel like it's been good from day one?
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to...
As Commander.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the elusive man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say we won't.
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
So you're saying, not from day one, Vanilla WoW didn't have much of a lore. Needed the first expansion, Burning Crusade. You start seeing more about the lore. More conversations starting from the second expansion, Wrath of the Lich King. But all this comes from the Warcraft games and all. The last 3 expansions have tons of dialogue and lore moments. Alex, is a lot of the newer stuff voice acted, or is it still blocks of text? And Ernie, you want me to get flirty, huh? And see, it's funny, like the Mass Effect between Ashley, Miranda, and Yeoman Chambers, they dangle these like hot racist chicks at you, where they're like, "Come on, man, you know you want to. All you got to do is, you know, start talking about building a fucking wall."
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
Hang on, I'm putting in a promo code for ordering dinner for. You are very loving.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, you're not, bitch. Okay, you are. But you're a human. Nah.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later. How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Oh, yeah.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Huh. Yeah. I did reinstall WoW for like the 14th time. Like in the last 2 years. With this machine. I'll check it out. Doesn't Kelly say something about where like Shepard's like, I'll catch you in my arms? Like if you fall.
How may I help you, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Whoa.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Okay, whatever.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Whatever. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to more people. Start at the bottom, work our way up.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Good point. I'd never considered that. Alright, let's go talk to... Oh god, Jack! I mean, she's not here yet, but I'm like, I completely forgot about that character. Oh, there's so many good characters in this game. God.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
And actually, yes, so Alex, you just said you see more Star Trek than Star Wars in these games. Yeah. I absolutely agree. And, shoot. Set this for 5. Sorry, I'm ordering dinner for tonight. Setting up for 5 o'clock. I definitely see that, and I feel like it gets more Star Trek in some ways as the series goes on. Like, I think the first game's a little more Star Wars, but then,
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What's the issue?
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Oh. Sorry, I put in part of my credit card wrong. Okay.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Are you set up okay down here?
Outside of those T6 FBA couplings we mentioned, we're doing fine.
I bet you could find them in the Omega markets if you wanted to help us out.
Anything else?
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the
What's
Alliance
the clan
brass
rally?
descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
That's right, Ernesto. You were comparing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare to Mass Effect, and yeah, like what you showed me the other night, I definitely saw it. You know, you're saying people gave you shit about liking the game. You know what? Fuck other people, dude. I've liked a few games that were not, that it was cool to hate them. And I certainly give Call of Duty a lot of shit. But you know, it's almost like just I don't necessarily respect the series, but I respect a lot of the people that work on it, if that makes any sense. And like I told you, I would actually buy if I could get just the campaign for the Call of Duty games for a very deep discount, I would buy them every year. Well, I don't know, because the reason I quit was actually Modern Warfare 2's campaign, because it was so fucking cheese dick. But yeah, I don't know, but what you showed me made me want to try Infinite Warfare, like the campaign.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Daddy bags.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
I don't know, if I was...
I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
Like if some girl was like, hey, show me your daddy bags, I'd be kind of creeped out.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
Daddy bag. Be a good nickname. Like if you have a friend that reminds you of testicles, you call him Daddy Bag. Be kind of funny, I guess. Black Ops 3 now, so... my buddy that still buys and plays every Call of Duty says that Blops are the best ones. He loves every Blops game. And Wolfenstein, actually, you know, it's funny you mentioned Wolfenstein. Like, I was thinking after I finish Doom, I'm gonna finally go and play it. I don't remember if I ever bought it, because I think it's one of those games that just never seems to get discounted enough. Support group. Women. And, I always joked that, since, like, the Asari are only one sex, that one of these days, like, I'll be playing a Mass Effect, and, like, I'll walk into a men's room, and there'll be some Asari gal standing there facing a urinal. Just gives you a lot to think about. Miranda.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
And yeah, Alex, it can happen.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus' long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
Now, Ernesto, I am surprised because you hate everything that's good. Like Star Trek and Star Wars. So, I'm glad to see that you're excited for Rogue One, but I'm almost afraid as to why. So I kind of need to... why are you excited for Rogue One? I mean, I am too. I'm beyond pumped for it. Oh, God. And see, and Alex is hinting that you're excited because there's no Force-sensitive character in it, even though I already know there is.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded, and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
And yeah, and Star Trek and Star Wars are my two favorite franchises out there. Love them both equally. I'm looking forward to seeing a Star Wars film that doesn't feature a Jedi front and center. But especially given current events, I'm really excited to see a film with the themes that Rogue One has. And just more Star Wars lore. More Star Wars lore is always what I want. I feel the movie gives me a good entryway without so much convolution with the Jedi and stuff. It gives me the universe in a distilled manner. I may be wrong, we'll see. I just like the fresh cast. I agree with all that, Ernesto, and I think that, yeah, I totally buy it. I think you'll be pleased. And I mean, like a fresh take on Star Wars is something I'm looking forward to as well. I'm a lore junkie for certain franchises, like the one I'm playing right now.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
I already asked this.
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than... But
Sorry.
our resources aren't... and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. We keep our ranks and structure similar to the Alliance. A lot of our recruits started there. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols.
Alex, what you just said.
We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
Yeah, the Battlefront book is actually very good. And it's written by former BioWare writer Alex Freed.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it.
And I wear
It's
body
one of the
paint.
reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Dive into the chair. Right? She also has the power to make me cheat on Ashley.
Commander, what can I do for you?
My first playthrough, that's exactly what happened, Ernesto. Oh, no, it wasn't, because my first playthrough through the series, I completely fucked up, and I ended up romancing nobody because I screwed up with all of them. Yeah, and actually, I will say, Ernesto, if you did want to read the Battlefront Twilight Company novel, most of the Star Wars novels are very short. Like, I want to say 200 to 250 pages. They're really quick reads. Now, back to Mass Effect. I have a playthrough where I was with Ashley. No, dude, I was with Liara. That's right, because Ashley just disgusts me so much normally, and with her beliefs. I romanced Liara, and then I got with Miranda, and then the Shadow Broker DLC came out, and then I was like, "Hey, Liara, Miss Shadow Broker, why don't we, And then she's all trying to be like, "You're with Miranda," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "I'm the fucking Shadow Broker, motherfucker." I was like, "Oh, my bad." But yeah, Liara's my bae now. Yeah, Liara, you know what? Like, yeah, I mean, I've romanced her once or twice. And like, I think I've played through like 6 or 7 times, and I think I've romanced her twice. She actually kind of annoys me now. I don't know.
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
So you got with Smelly Tolly. Oof. Telling you, man, you open up that suit and it's just like body odor. You know, I'm just saying. Just saying. Like, you ever put gym clothes in a bag and then leave it sitting for like 3 months? That's what I'm talking about. Oh.
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
You have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies. Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Miss Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
I just downloaded the Febreze app for her suit and you solved that problem. That's fucking hilarious. doing tech support on Facebook chat.
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
What was that last line he said? Come on, show me.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
Alright, Alex, thanks for stopping by. I much appreciate you hanging out. Have a great, great Saturday, and I will talk to you later.
You have everything you need.
I make do, but have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
It's amazing how much Cerberus parallels the Trump supporters.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
What's this area of the ship?
The sickbay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
Jack West.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical.
Oh, I actually met...
trust you, Commander.
I met this voice actress. This is Carolyn Seymour. She was a guest star on Star Trek. Actually met her briefly. 50th anniversary Star Trek. Nice lady.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice Brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
As I turn around like a robot. I think we've spoken with everybody that we speak with on the ship. So... Oh, wait. Una más.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Nice. So let's check out the cabin. Damn, this ship loads so fast now.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Oh, here's my achievements. So we're gonna get that one. I remember that convo. I thought it was very nice. Damn. Sorry for the caps lock. Yeah, I was like, I remember that conversation. You know, like you were really excited about it, but I know what you mean, though. Yeah. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get this achievement this time. Nope. Maybe. If it counts, if I have an ally do it, yes. Yes. And maybe. Nope. Okay. Let's get some music going. We're gonna head to go to Omega. Or as Miranda would say, Omega.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
You're a lying bitch. Yep. Oh shit, you know who we forgot to talk to? The guy that everyone forgets to talk to.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded.
Small
it's
arms.
An omni-tool, computer-aided design and manufacturing. We have the capability to manufacture several new models.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters.
It really is.
It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
I agree.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
You're speciest.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay. Brace yourself.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her.
That's an iPhone game.
Took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? The good deeds like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
It's funny, after I first heard that expression in this game, I remember I used it like in real life. Like I thought it was so clever, and I used it in like a real conversation, and people just kind of looked at me like I was like some kind of imbecile.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Commander. Oh, this thing's really pretty over here. Oh, I'm curious. There's a bug in the game. I'm curious if it's still there. We're not gonna find out for a while.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
Joker wants a quantum entanglement meeting.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one link to each world.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Okay. Then we won't get over here until we got Morden. Alright. Now we're gonna go to Omega. Oh, we're gonna bank that. I'm not saving enough. Okay, so we're going to do a quick intro here and then quit. I've probably been going for a while. Yeah, the place in Guardians of the Galaxy with where it's a big skull reminded me of this a lot. Banking it. I always max out their last thing first. Okay. Alright, Shep. And he doesn't tell you which one's better. Maybe none of them are. I mean, you would think an M5 is better than an M3, just because a 5 is higher than 3. But it doesn't tell you. I mean, there's no numbers. That's one of the things that makes me a little crazy. Ooh. Tempted. Black hole gun, won't you come?
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Aria wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
I'll talk to your boss when I'm damn well ready.
Then you'd better get ready. No one keeps Aria waiting. Afterlife now.
Oh.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morden Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Okay. I love the music in this area. Alright, let's meet my boy.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. I hear we have a galaxy to save.
My contacts told me we're picking up 1 man, not 2.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. You should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns, runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoria, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes.
Sorry about the dog.
I better turn this thing in before it starts to stick. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Okay. So, actually, this works out kind of alright. Because this is where we're going to quit. Oh my god, I'm ready to lose my mind with that dog. And that's it. So, thank you everyone for hanging out. Much appreciated. I'm going to go live some life for a little bit. I'll be back on later tonight. Thank you, and go enjoy your Saturday until later, and then you come back and watch me. Okay? Peace out.